wish that you had a remote control for your teacher and you could pause them and rewind them if you need to? And they're all like, yes. And wouldn't you like that at a professional development conference too, where you could pause, rewind, oh, wait a minute, what did she say? I'd like to go back. Or even at home to be able to go back. Well, so what I did is I set up on my blog, I blogged about what we were doing here with the leadership conference, gave them a link to our app and our schedule, and then I put in session 1, 2, 3, and 4, inviting anybody in the entire world to participate and watch with us our broadcast today, because I believe in global learning and learning together and sharing. So now that this is set up, they're not going to want to look at my face the whole time, and neither are your students. So I'm going to do what's called a screen share, and it's going to look crazy psychedelic to you, but what your audience will see is whatever you see on your screen. So now what's actually being recorded is my Google slideshow presentation and my voice. So if you got curlers in your hair and you don't want your kids to see that when you're recording a little tutorial, you can just turn on that slideshow right there, and then they don't see your face. They see your PowerPoint presentation or your Google slide presentation. So now this is being recorded, and it will be there forever for anyone to go back and get rewindable learning. So we're going to start out with talking about Twitter, and most of what we talk about during this session is going to be about Twitter, because Twitter literally saved my life and changed my life. And you're thinking, really? 140 characters, Twitter did that? And I'm not saying it in the sense of that Snickers bar changed my life or saved my life. I'm saying it completely transformed and changed my life, and I'll share my journey with you in a moment. But a lot of people have misconceptions about what Twitter is. They think it's just Kim Kardashian sharing what she ate for breakfast or something like that. So what I want to start with is a little video that shows you some of the misconceptions people might have about Twitter.
I don't care if it was. I want to tweet it all. I tweet on my body. I tweet in the snow. I want you to reach me. When I'm alone.
I need to create a way to blog that is as random and incoherent as writing on a bathroom wall. Why? Because normal blogging is tedious and dumb. It's the fully formed ideas. People want to have narcissistic conversations with total strangers about the everyday minutia of their lives. Why not build them a service that does that?
Twitter restricts you to only 140 words per post.
Characters. 140 characters.
They're saying that Twitter is nothing but a bunch of idiots and celebrities talking about what they had for breakfast.
You know what it says?
Is it true?
Fail out.
Wait, no, what was the fail with? Why you always go link when we have fights? If you put the TW in front of any word, it makes it infinite. Check this out. Hey, look at this. See? I didn't ask for Twitter.
If Twitter was as useless and as boring as they say, then somebody would have tweeted.
Your retweets have seriously confused all of my followers. Our follower!
You're being accused of intentionally dumbing down the internet and enabling individuals to annoy their friends without any consequences. So you named Twitter?
As for the charges, I would like to respond in the next public tweet. The baby just pooped. #Turtle.
I'm sorry?
Yes,
I don't understand. What you just said is completely idiotic.
exactly. That's the point.
It can only be 140 characters, so they had to shorten that ending. So that's the misperception that a lot of people have about Twitter and what Twitter is and what it can be for you. So what I want to share with you next is my personal journey with Twitter and why I think it's so important. And it is a very emotional journey. First off, In 2009, 2010, I was a horrible educator. I was pretty much going to work and doing the bare minimum I had to do to draw a paycheck. And during that period of time, I started noticing periodicals coming into my library with QR codes on them. I was like, what is this QR code? What are they? And I started researching QR codes because librarians, that's what we do. We research. And then I got really mad. I got angry. Because when I started to research QR codes, I realized that there were educators out there who had been using QR codes for 2 or 3 years in their classrooms, and librarians who had been using in their classrooms for teaching and learning. And I was mad because my school district had never provided me with a PD to teach me how to use QR codes. And why didn't they provide me with that? And what else was my school district not telling me about that other teachers knew about? Because you see, until that time, from 92 until 2009, I had passively been sitting and waiting for my district to bring learning to me. Do you have any teachers like that? Right? And I had pretty much just given up, and I was just doing the bare minimum. I had lost that spark of a new teacher, and I didn't care anymore. Until this. So I started searching. I said, well, you know what? If my school district's not going to bring it to me, I'm going to go out there and find this, because somewhere somebody's teaching these teachers about QR codes, because they're working with them. They're using them with their kids. Somebody had to teach them how to do it. I want to know where they learned it from. So I went online and I started to search. And in my search, I came across Shel Terrell, amazing person who developed the 30 Goals Challenge Teacher Reboot Camp. Because a lot of our teachers who've lost their spark love their kids. They want to do a good job. They just don't know where to start. I didn't know where to start. And with the 30 Goals Challenge, Shel Terrell set up 30 goals. Every year there's 30 goals. You don't have to start with goal 1 and work your way to goal 30. You don't have to do all 30 goals. You could do just one goal if you wanted to. It's all up to you. But it's this worldwide, international community of educators who are all working on goals and supporting each other in that journey to better yourself as a professional educator. As I was in there, one of the goals I took up was connecting with Twitter. And I connected with the only Twitter chat at that time, which was #EdChat, which is now the largest Twitter chat in the world. It takes place every Tuesday at 11 o'clock Central Time and at 6 o'clock Central Time every single Tuesday. They'll put out a vote on Sundays. Let the world vote on what topic will be discussed. The second most voted topic is discussed around 11, and the number 1 vote is talked about at 6 o'clock for 1 hour, whatever that topic is. EdChat was started by Shel Terrell, Jerry Blumengarten, and Tom Whitby. Just some teachers who wanted to get together and be able to talk to some other teachers outside of their own district to learn, what are you doing? Well, what are you doing? And here's this situation. What did you do? And then more and more and more people started to join and learn together. And I was able to join with them and learn with them. But the thing that they don't tell you when you start to become a connected educator is just how overwhelming it can be, emotionally overwhelming. Because not only are you being exposed to superstar educators who are doing mind-blowing things in their schools, amazing principals who are doing things, librarians, second grade teachers, everybody who's doing these amazing things, and you're sitting there going, oh my God, what have I been doing this whole time I've been teaching? And you feel overwhelmed and inadequate. And I had reached that point where I felt so overwhelmed I just didn't think I could do it anymore. And I connected with several superstar people on Twitter. And I sat down one night, completely overwhelmed, upset, crying, about 10 o'clock at night. And I sat down and I wrote to about 6 or 7 people I connected with on Twitter. And I said, you know, guys, this has been great. but I'm not this person and I'm not that person, and I'm just nobody, and I can't do this. So I think I might just slide into the last 8 years I have until I retire and just collect a paycheck. And it's been nice, and thank you for encouraging me, but I don't think I have it in me. I'm just not that person. I'm not one of these superstar educators. And of course, I didn't expect anyone to respond back to me, because who was I? I was nobody. And I was writing to superstar educators that were going all over the world presenting and inspiring others. At 5 o'clock the next morning, when I got up to get ready for work, I decided, well, let me take a look at my email. Every single one of those people wrote back to me. Every single one said, we've got your back. You can do this. You don't have to be this person, or that person. You just have to be the best you can be today. And that's all we want. And we will always have your back. Keep moving forward. You can do it. And that lit the spark in me to say, okay, I'm going to try. And because of that, I have done things I never thought I could do, because I didn't have the faith in my own self. But these people carried me along and have helped me and become my best friends in the world. I was actually able to meet Shelterill in person. I just busted out crying. You saved my life, because she did. I got married when it happened, and I decided I was going to be a better person everywhere, in every way. This is Jerry Blumengarten. This